With a current goal total of 40 goals and 16 assists, he is a clinical finisher with excellent mobility, link-up play, and physicality. He has been a revelation in Sporting's attack. Will this Swedish striker help Chelsea be more clinical next season? Let's get straight into it. The Swede can create space in central areas by running the channels, pushing down the line in transition, and dropping deep to create opportunities for teammates by passing the ball out to the flanks and after sprints into the box. The number 9 is a physically strong striker who can hold up the ball and protect it from other attackers so they can get an advantage in duels. He is also an aerial threat with the agility to jump high and control long balls. He's not only a physical force to be reckoned with, though he is also adept with the ball at his feet, having a quick first touch and strong first touch that allowed him to get space. He's also a player that you can say has rapid flicks and inventive shooting techniques. He can improvise and show off his technical skills to move past his opponent and enter the box. Gyokeres is a no-nonsense striker who can drive his laces with the ball and generate enough force to score the game-winning goal. He can either land by himself, harass the defense, and display his elite work ethic at times, giving the impression that he's a one-man attack force. He appears a complete forward who has flourished as a lone striker or in a two-striker formation because he possesses the speed to go in behind and the toughness and aerial prowess to add out defending corner attacks. His use of the weaker foot is one area where he has to improve. Victor can finish with force and accuracy when on his left, however he cannot drive down the left flank when he's on his right. In Mark Robins' defense first formation from the previous season, Gyokeres flourished. He was frequently left alone up top and engaged in scraps, and he became a dependable outlet for Coventry, who could play the ball towards him with long balls. Victor had been able to explode towards goal, and hold up the ball as they consistently played Route 1 football. Like Loney Josh Wilson Edgebrand or Bidwell, Gyokeres provides Sporting's wing backs with a productive outlet to work off of. Ruben Amorim is a manager at Sporting who has always had proud things to say about him. He's been fond of him, he's happy that the club has him. But from a Chelsea perspective, from a Chelsea fan perspective, could this Swedish striker help Chelsea be more clinical? No. The most important aspects that we have to consider is what is Chelsea lacking? What is the reason that no matter who's leading the line, they cannot be clinical? They get the opportunities are being created, they cannot finish it. Is it a case of these players are not good aerially? Is it a case where these players are not being able to convert the shot or hit the ball with the power that is necessary? Or is it a case where these players are simply not good enough? It's an argument that a lot of fans have always conversed in, they've always come together and discussed. However, I do believe that Victor is an impressive striker. He has scored, as I said, 40 goals, and he's had 16 assists as well. That is tremendous stats, and that's in all competitions as well. He's improved significantly since his time at Coventry last season, where he would have scored around 21 goals for the club. So going to 40 goals, albeit there's more competitions that he's participated in comparison to what Coventry were competing in, but at the end of the day, he has been impressive, and I think that he could be an interesting option to look out for. And if the club signed him, hopefully it would work. But I believe that his work rate, his physicality, his ability to improvise in areas that are compromising is something that the club needs, because we've seen opportunities, for example, that Jackson has had, that he's not been able to convert based on the angle, or he's not confident enough to do so. So yeah, he doesn't have the courage, he doesn't have the willingness to do it, and he makes passes when he probably should take a shot and see what happens. We have some players that will do that. Madueke is one player that always tries to get a curler in from the edge of the box or cutting it onto his left and trying to cross it in. But we don't have a striker or a over the top willing striker approacher to get the ball into the back of the net. So hopefully, Chelsea can sign a striker, and if that's Victor, then I think it would be a good option. Obviously, he won't come cheap. That's one thing. But if the club are willing to find a compromise, then Viktor would be an interesting option. He's not my first choice, but I believe that he would be a good option to consider. Cheers.